Hi everyone, welcome back to the Torok channel with this is by Solo guitar AB 4.6W white finish. This guitar is only 250 euros. It has just been released here in Europe. I think the E-type by Solo guitar already does exist in certain countries. Now I'm thinking about Brazil. I'm pretty sure it already does exist in South America for something. And it's coming in Europe. And really when I saw those guitars and I saw the price, I thought, okay, I have to try one, and here it is. Okay, in the very first place, I'm gonna give you quickly the spec sheet of those guitars, and the spec sheet are good for all the East by Solo guitars you will see. So you've got a poplar body, you've got a maple neck, you've got a black teak wood fretboard, and you've got two ceramic magnets, high output humbuckers, classic 6-on-line tuners, hip-shot style bridge, 1 volume, 1 pot, 3-way blade, sorry. Those pickups cannot be splitted, that's something you do expect. You've got the bolt-on neck with 5 screws, and you've still got the strap button that's not in the best possible place, but that's something you have already seen on all the Solo guitars. So I'm gonna now introduce you to all the East by Solo guitars range. Here we go. Okay, so here are the East by Solo guitars. As you can see, there are 5 different types of guitar. The AB, and that's the one I have chosen. It's coming in black or white. It's coming with 6 or 7 strings. If you want a guitar with just a bridge pickup, that's the one you should choose. All those guitars are coming with a satin finish, black or white. And if you want a Floyd Rose version, you've got the AB 4.6 FRC. The Floyd that East by Solo guitars is using are Floyd Rose under license. Okay, they have managed building it themselves. It's not made in the classic Floyd Rose factories, but it's coming with the same spec sheet. I don't know how reliable or how good they might be. So if you want to go for the EB type, the Explorer shape, you will have only 22 frets and not 24. And those guitars, that's very interesting, are coming with a gig bag, just like the E-type and the classic Solo range are coming with a gig bag as well. I don't think it's the same gig bag. So then you have the type ESB. For once, you've got different colors, red, blue. You've got a glossy finish. You've got 24 frets, you've got the exact same pickups, and you've got the same Floyd Rose under license. Okay, still don't know if it's good or bad. Then you've got the type TB, but all the type TBs are already sold out. And finally, you've got the type VB, and this time you've got, okay, still 24 frets, but as you can see, the bridge is different. It's not a hip-shot style bridge, it's a tune-o-matic style bridge. So it's going to change something in terms of playability, because the hip-shot style bridge are a bit flatter than the tune-o-matic. Okay, so the price of the entire range of East by Solo is between 249 and the dearest one are 349, and that's just about the guitars that are coming with a Floyd Rose under license. So really very cheap. And if I do make a comparison between the classic Solo guitars, the cheapest one is the A2.6 in carbon black finish, satin finish. So, and as you can see, it's 806 euros. So the East by Solo is, if you take the AB, it's pretty much the same thing. 249 versus 806 euros, 3 times cheaper. So of course, it's going to be very interesting to see what difference you can find between these two types of guitars. Okay, and as you can notice, there is something between the 2 series by Solo guitars and the 4 series by East by Solo guitars that does not yet exist. I think that Solo guitars and All England have something in mind for an East by Solo 3 series. Maybe a type of guitars that would come with some better spec sheet, like some locking tuners, a graphic nut, and this kind of things. Something that would really make sense, by the way. Maybe you would find some extra jump frets, by the way. It would make sense as well. Something that could stand between 400 and 500 euros. Maybe it's coming next. Maybe it will never come. But I think if there's a hole between the 2 series by Solar and the 4 series by his by Solars, it's not a chance, it's something that's already scheduled somewhere in the solo guitar's mind. Okay, now time to listen to how this guitar sounds, and then I'm gonna tell you about how this guitar plays. Here we go. Okay, time to listen to how this guitar sounds. I'm gonna start with some high gain rhythm tones. My strings are 10 to 52, my classic string gauge, and I'm in E flat standard. Here we go. Good, really good. As you can notice, it's a bit noisy. My nose gate, sorry, is on, of course. It's because the electronic compartment is not shielded, but it is grounded. So when I put my palm on the bridge or on the strings or anywhere, well, no more noise, and that's the good point. Really good. I love the way those pickups sound. Let's move to the neck pickup. Well, of course, this neck pickup is not made for rhythm, but it sounds pretty good anyway. Okay, let's try the middle position. Not a huge fan of the middle position in this one. It's pretty strange because it's twice the same pickup, you know. But really the bridge. Great bridge pickup. Okay, let's see how it sounds clean now. Okay, let's see how it sounds clean, and then we'll start, of course, with the neck position. Sounds good. I like how it sounds because it's round, you've got low end, you've got enough brightness, you've got pretty much everything I like with clean tones. So really very satisfying pickups. Especially for a 250 euros guitar. It kind of sounds like what you would have with some alnico magnets. You don't sense the ceramic magnet that much. Okay, bridge pickup. Of course, bridge pickup for clean tone is not the best you can hear. This time you really sense ceramic magnets, I think. Middle position now. Good. I didn't like the middle position for high gain, but I like it in clean. Let's compare with the neck. More brightness. The mid frequency is not the same, but still you keep the low end, and that's very interesting. I don't know which one do you prefer, by the way. What do you prefer? Clean on neck pickup or on middle position? Let me know in the comment section, and let's move to some high gain lead tones. Okay, well, since I'm on neck pickup, let's stay in the neck pickup. Just gonna change pick, feel more comfortable with tiny picks, but sounds good. Nice, really nice. Bridge pickup now. Sounds really nice as well. bite, aggression, not too bright, it remains balanced. I think it would pierce through the mixer well, but I really think this neck pickup is even better. As you can hear, there's a lot of high in here. If I go back to the bridge, of course, this one would pierce really easily, I think. But this one really sounds good. Yeah, I like it. And the definition is really nice. You know what makes me think about EMG actives? You know, EMG active have got the same type of tone that's balanced and still bright enough to pierce through any mix. And that's what those pickups make me think about. Well, so far I would say that I love these pickups. The bridge for the rhythm is great, the neck for the lead is great, and the middle position for clean is great as well. So there's something to do in any position with this three-way blade, and those two pickups really awesome. I really think they're twice the same, and really for the price of this guitar, I did not expect such good sounding pickups. Really, I'm impressed. And now, of course, it's time to compare this Is by Solo Guitars with this Solo Guitars. This one is the A 2.6 in blood matte finish. So you've got wood Sunkai, you've got an ebony fretboard, you've got the Duncan Solar pickups, and these two guitars are aesthetically very close. You can see it's the exact same shape. But the specs are different and the tone is different. Let's listen to it. And I don't know for you guys, but I do prefer the tone of those pickups compared to those ones. Maybe the note definition is a bit better on the Duncan Solo, but especially on the neck pickup for the leads, this neck pickup sounds really very good. It pierces through the mix so easily and it remains clean. It really makes me think of the kind of tone I would have with some good EMG active pickups when I play leads. And you've got a very good clean tone as well. So and that's the point. For me, I didn't know what to expect when I bought this guitar. I had just seen the demos played by Harley Benton, and I thought, hey, it looks like this guitar is sounding good. And yes, really, I think the biggest asset of those guitars, apart from the design, because I love the way as they have been designed, those pickups are really very good. They are noisy because the electronic compartment has not been shielded, but those pickups really sound good. In this price range, I cannot think of any better pickups. I was very satisfied when I have played, for instance, the LTD MH10, and I thought the pickups were good, and still I think those pickups were good, but I think those ones are even better. Okay, so pros and cons. Well, first, the access to the 24 frets, even on the low E, is super easy and super comfortable, so that's really great for such an affordable guitar. You have this nice contoured heel, and really, it makes a lot of sense buying this guitar if you want a good player. The neck is a C-shape, classic C-shape, a tiny bit thicker than one I have on the other Solar. But I don't know. I think if I had to guess, you know, I didn't have the tools to measure it, but if I had to guess, I would say 20 millimeters thick on the nut and 22 on the 12th fret. Because the thickness is the same that one I have on my Schecter guitars. It's tiny bit wider because it's a 43 millimeters nut when the Schecters are with 42 millimeters nut, but the thickness is the same, and really this neck is super comfortable to play. What are the downsides of those guitars? Well, the plastic nut, the cheap tuners, even though they're not doing such a bad job, but the tuning stability is not that good. And I've always had to check the intonation and the tuning because it moves. I mean, you can play for something like half an hour without being disturbed, but especially when you play leads, better check it out twice because it tends to move pretty quickly. And well, I mean, it's pretty much of an easy fix. I'm pretty sure that with a good nut and some better tuners, the problem is going to be solved. Okay, guitar is pretty light, 3.2 kilograms. Super comfortable, super nice player. The pots have a good grip. This three-way blade is okay. Shielding, I mean, too bad because you've got high output pickups and you have no shielding. Of course, it's noisy. That's something you can do by yourself if you want to, especially with copper. But it takes some time. It takes some abilities, it takes some skills. You have to remove everything. Generally, you do unsolder everything and resolder it again, or you give the guitar to the sire, and he's gonna do the job for something in France, 70, 80 euros, something like that, you know. Yeah, it takes a bit of time, but I think that's something I'm gonna do because really, since I have opened the box and I have discovered this guitar, I have been pretty much unable to put it back on its stand. I love this thing. I love the way it looks, I love the way it plays, I love the way it feels. And I'm just, you know, too bad that it doesn't stay in tune, too bad that it's so noisy. And really, this thing is a keeper for sure. And it does deserve, as far as I'm concerned, being improved and getting with, I'm gonna go with locking tuners, certainly go to locking tuners, graphic nut, and copper shielding here. And I think this thing is gonna be a killer machine. And for the price, I mean, I know that my locking tuners are gonna be around 80 euros. Graphic nut is 10 euros, really nothing. And the shielding, I'm gonna ask Melissa to do it because it's gonna take me 3 fucking long hours and I don't want to spend 3 fucking long hours going there. So, okay, since I want the job to be really well done, Melissa is gonna do it. So it's gonna cost me something like 150, 170 euros plus the price of the guitar. So for 400 euros, I'm gonna have a killer axe, and really great deal. You should really jump on it. I have made a comparison with the solo guitars. I could make comparison with other guitars, and I think that several among you are going to be interested in me comparing this guitar with Harley Benton guitars. By the way, it's a good choice. In this price range, and with this type of guitar, so super strat, pretty aggressive, two humbuckers, I can only think of the Harley Benton R446. It's 158 euros, so even more affordable than this one. Is it better? That's what we're going to discover very soon, because I have ordered this Harley Benton guitars and it's coming pretty soon at home, so of course the comparison will be made. Okay, well, as far as I'm concerned, I think I've said it all, so that's it for today. Thanks for watching, and see you next time for the next video.